Senator Tim Scott as president. Could it actually happen? For Tim Scott to ascend to the highest seat in government, he would have to get in front of that other guy who is the current frontrunner of the Republican Party. And then he would have to get the backing of the Republican Party, winning majority caucus votes at the Republican National Convention. Could it happen? Tim Scott is a strong presidential candidate, given his previous political experience in the Senate, his name recognition, and his almost saint-like background. But could he actually be president? Maybe, just maybe, if he wasn't affiliated with the Republican Party. He performed well at both presidential debates, articulating his ideas well, and at the last presidential debate, he showed mild aggression. Some argue that he's improving with every presidential debate. But will it be enough for him to win the Republican nomination, or at least a seat in a presidential cabinet? Party members have criticized Tim Scott for being a single man. Now, though, he says he has a girlfriend, so perhaps wedding bells are promptly approaching. The other guy could drop out of the race tonight, and Tim Scott and his girlfriend could get married tomorrow and adopt 4 disabled children. And he could go on to win every presidential debate, and he would still not have the backing of the Republican Party. Why? A party like the Republican Party that still has people with active Klan memberships and strong allegiance to the Proud Boys won't elect an African American as their presidential nominee. Well, you might say they elected him as senator. Correct, but if you recall, he was first appointed to that position by then Governor Nikki Haley, and people are more willing to vote for an incumbent candidate. They know how you vote, and they know what you will do when you're in the position, so they're more willing to re-elect you. Take note that he is currently the only Republican. He's the only Black Republican currently in the Senate. Again, that is a position that only a select group within the party voted for, versus a presidential nomination that would require a majority vote, not simply a fraction of party support. The Republican Party is making strides to diversify its membership. They have had African Americans in prominent positions like Supreme Court Justice, Secretary of State, and other presidential cabinet positions where they are appointed, not voted in by majority of its party members. Perhaps in the lifespan of my grandchildren or great-grandchildren, the Republican Party will be in a place to nominate an African American as its presidential nominee. But not just yet, Tim Scott.